regret 3-4 times again. I testify for you.
Sometimes you gotta anoint yourself.
Yeah,
sometimes you gotta. Sometimes
you yeah
have to speak up. Ooh, okay.
Yeah, period.
But anyways, welcome back to another episode of Black Bougie and Bout It, where you get real, raw, and rich conversation. I am your girl, Ebony Ayana.
And I am Jessica Monique.
Yes.
Welcome back, guys.
Oh, y'all, it has been a time. It's just so much. Like, if y'all can hear it in my voice, I am like, I'm tired. I don't know if y'all can hear it, but there's like a little rasp in the back because I'm tired.
Yeah.
So I came home this past weekend, and a time was had. Me and Jessica caught up at the Maya.
At the Maya. That's gonna be our new place.
At the Maya. Where you at? I'm at the Maya.
I'm at the Maya. It's giving me Tulum vibes in there for real.
Right. And it was real low key, which I love, like I really, because it was, I didn't have to be like,
yeah, I know. I hate it.
Excuse me.
I like that it's a mixed crowd too. Like, it's not just black folks, it's not just white folks, it's people dressed up, it's people casual. I like that.
And it was pretty affordable. Like, I think my total was like $35.
I think mine might have been 40, but that's because I had got those shots.
And I had a lot of drinks, so I was proud of myself.
Yeah. You did good.
Your girl, I'm becoming a grown woman.
You did good.
Yeah, I had more than 3 drinks, and I was not toe up from the flow up. I drove all the way back to Bessemer. So
you did good.
Shout outs to me. Shout outs to you. You know who you are. You see this. A time was had. I enjoyed you. Can't wait to enjoy you again.
Yeah. A time was had. It was fun. I need more nights like that, because I was telling my coworker, I was like, I haven't like gone out in Birmingham and like here in Birmingham and had a good time in a while. So that was fun.
Right. Yeah. And it be a good time. Like, again, it wasn't like wall to wall people. It wasn't smoke everywhere. Not to say, look, I love being around black people. Don't get me wrong. But y'all know how y'all be sometimes.
I love black people.
We love accountability on this podcast. And sometimes y'all be doing a little merch. You doing a little merch.
Yeah, sometimes.
You be charging $30 at the door. Then I gotta get in. Then you got like a minimum. Then if you want to get a section, then it's a minimum.
Sorry.
It just, I know you good. It just, it be a little much sometimes.
It be too much a lot of the time.
So yeah. But we found a place that we enjoyed, so that was really nice. And yeah, that's all I did when I came home, and I just spent time with my mom. She's gonna be getting a new car.
Okay.
So shout out to her.
She decided,
thank God, because I think she's gonna get some type of small SUV. I don't know. She love having a little SUV. I don't know what these women have, these attachments to having these SUVs. Girl, it's just you. Get you a little sedan, a little photo.
Undo your lip.
We always go through this when it's time for her to buy a new car. She be like, I want me a little truck. I gotta have me a little truck. I like sitting up. I want me a little truck. I'm like, Ma, you don't need all that.
I kind of don't blame her, because I think I want my next car to be like a little small SUV. Because both my cars was like, or they have been like a sport. So they've been low.
You're young. I feel like when you're young and you doing stuff and you bopping around and all that, yes, you can have a truck. She's starting to, be more seasoned in life. And it's time to, I feel like, downsize. You don't need no big old, not even that. She can get like a regular, like,
just a regular car.
Car. Yeah. And it could be a nice car. I just don't think she needs like a SUV. I feel like that's going to be too much.
Well, since she moving soon, it'll come in handy.
Yeah. I guess she moving. I don't know what
trying
she
to help,
doing.
Mama. I'm trying to help.
I don't know what she doing. I have no idea what she was doing. Okay, I have no clue. So we gonna pray for her. We gonna pray for her
Yeah.
too. Speaking of prayer, and just speaking of, so I was watching, and the reason why, especially this first topic, kind of I wanted to talk about it. I was watching Cocktails podcast, and I think some of this kind of went viral, some of it didn't. I don't know if everybody's seen it, but Mandy B was on their podcast, and she's from See the Thing Is, Horrible Decisions, doing very well. Shout out to them. But anyways, her and Medina, were kind of like friends in I guess real life. And what happened was they kind of pretty much, and I don't want to say got into it to like make it seem more dramatic than it was.
Yeah.
But they kind of had a very serious discord
like
on their
podcast.
Out. Yeah.
On
and
the
they
podcast?
published it. Yes, they published it.
Oh.
And it was very interesting because what I witnessed, or at least my perspective from seeing it, I don't know neither one of these women personally, but I listened to both their podcasts. Was that there has been some miscommunication in between them, and what has happened is because they have not had conversations, stuff has built up. And Medina, I think, made a comment like she always makes time for her friends, to listen to her friends, their feelings, blase. And then Mandy pretty much was like, oh, is that true? Oh, really? Because last month when I was trying to talk to you about business and podcast stuff that was bothering me, you told me I shouldn't be complaining because I'm selling out shows and I'm doing so well. And it kind of just
spiraled from there, yeah.
And shout out to Kiki, because she kind of held it down, trying to moderate and kind of bring it back to being like, hey, y'all, we on the show. Like, let's keep it, And she didn't even say we're on the show. She just kind of, moderated and tried to keep the show flowing, So anyways, all of that pretty much inspired like this topic right here is, are you the friend that people can reach out to if they need help? And do we feel like we are individually like that type of friend that people can call? Or are we the person like, you know what, I'm in that season of life where right now I don't have the capacity to really take on a lot of my friends' problems and support them in the way that I would want to, because, I just don't have it, or, just our feelings and opinions about that.
I do feel like I'm the friend or at least I feel like, because it happens a lot, especially with my close friends. Maybe, I don't know. With my close friends, like we'll call each other and like vent, like get it all out, and then we may not talk about it again until like, when the situation is over or whatever. But I have always been, I feel like, the friend that, since I wasn't like doing a whole lot too when I was younger, I feel like people thought like I gave off like the wise friend or something, but it wasn't that. It's just that I wasn't doing shit.
Right.
So people felt like comfortable to come to me or like see what my opinion was, and that still happens to me now. Like I'll meet strangers and they still like dump their whole life on me, and I don't know what I be giving off, because
happens to me too.
Yeah. I'm not like, I'm friendly, but I'm not always like, yeah, like, but people just feel the need to just tell me stuff. So
I think maybe we just have warm faces, like welcoming faces, and people just wanted to speak.
Yeah.
Even though I be thinking I give resting bitch face.
I do too. I do too. So but I guess it ain't bitchy enough, because people still come up and talk to me. Maybe
correct
on that. But yeah, mine is not giving what I thought it was giving, I guess. But yeah, I feel like in the past, also again, because I wasn't going through a lot and I wasn't like dating a whole lot, I feel like for me, when people would tell me stuff, I was judgmental. Like, because to me, it would be like, why are you putting yourself through this? Like, with some of the stuff like my friends would be going through, I would be thinking like, you could just not talk to them, right? You know what I'm saying? So I would be giving them advice, but I don't think it was from like the best place because I didn't have any experience in what they was going through. But now because I've experienced like my own things, I have way more like compassion and empathy for what they have gone through and like the things that they tell me. So I try not to judge, but at the same time I feel like I can keep it 100 with you and be like, now you know your ass was wrong, because my friends gonna tell me the same thing. They gonna be like, you know,
right,
you ain't supposed to do that,
right. But we also, I think that's like the cool thing too, for like, at least I can speak for me and yours friendship. It's just like, okay, if I say, okay, you know you wrong, you ain't supposed to do that, I'll say it, but I ain't gonna keep like beating it over your head.
I'm not
like,
gonna like, I can't make
we
you.
two grown women, right? It's like we grown as hell. So I'm gonna tell you, when you tell me, I'm gonna give you my opinion because you asking me for it. I say, you know, hey, well, you know, blase. I ain't cool with that, but you know, whatever. And then you be like, okay, yeah, I know, or I'll be like, yeah, I know, or whatever. And then we be like, cool. And then we live our lives. We ain't, you know, being like, and giving all this attitude or anything. It's just like we tell each other, we talk about it, we let each other know how we feel, and then we move on.
And I wasn't like that in the past. I wasn't judgmental like that in the past, or at least I don't think I was like doing that, or I wasn't trying to. But it's just in my mind, I would feel like, okay, like, why are you going through this same up and downs with this person? That's how I would feel when they would talk to me about stuff like this. Really stupid as fuck. That's how I would feel. Like, you know, this could be over with if you really wanted it to, but it's up to you. But yeah, I think I tried.
And sometimes it ain't that simple too. You know, sometimes situations are complex, and it's like you might want to get up and move on, but then it's like, you know, you can't in that moment.
But I had to learn that myself because, you know, obviously I know it's like that now, but before I would just be like, what's the problem?
Right.
Especially some of the stuff that my friends was going through. I was like, ooh.
And you know, you be young and stupid too. So
the ghetto. Yeah. The ghetto. I think I just didn't want that for them. Like, you know your friend and you know, like, they're a good person or whatever. Like, you just don't want that for them.
Yeah, but I also think subconsciously we always want probably better than what people necessarily want for themselves. Because I feel like we always, especially people close to us, we have a high regard for them. So it's like we might have a friend and we like, she deserved to be with a governor or a billionaire, a tech company owner. But then it's like, you know, maybe she cool with dating the library. Right. She might like having the librarian nigga. Maybe she like getting her books for free or something. You know, like, I don't know. Like, it's just, you know. So I feel like sometimes we can set expectations for our friends that don't necessarily like even work for them. But I feel like I've always, for the most part, been the understanding friend. I think I've always just tried to see the glasses half full. So I try not to, like, when people come to me and I can tell like they're trying to be vulnerable, or if this is something like, you know, maybe new for them to talk about, I try not to come from a space of like me in their situation, but like hear their situation and then like just kind of help guide them to what they want to do. Like, I try not to like be advicey, if that makes sense. I don't know.
Yeah.
I try to keep it real, like, you know, well, how do you feel about this decision? And then if you make this decision, how will it affect you when you make it? Like, what's the plan? Like, after it, you know, I try to shape it more for that person instead of saying like, well, when I was in that situation, you know, and this is what happened to me, so I feel like this gonna happen to you, unless I've gone through something exactly like that. So it's like, you know, if it's something like, you know, the loss of a grandparent, okay, I can say, you know, oh, I understand your grief. I've lost a grandparent as well, you know, that way. But like, if it's a decision for you in your life, you know, choices, I'm gonna just try to help guide you. So I try to just be extra understanding. But I don't know, because sometimes people be saying I'm rude.
I don't think you rude. I think you just keep it 100. You like whatever you be thinking, you really say that shit. I think that's what it is.
I be working on that though, but I feel like honestly, truly, a lot of people be lied to a lot of times, and like a lot during their lives, and so when they meet me, because I'm so honest, and I'm not honest in the point. I'm not one of these people who's like, oh, if I hurt your feelings, well, I'm just being honest. So no, I care about your feelings, but I also know that like a lot of people have been babied and been spoon fed, including me. Like I look at the world through rose colored glasses, just like everybody else. So
I definitely do.
Right, like, so it's like, not to say that I'm perfect or whatever, but I don't know.
My sister told me, because she like vents to me a lot, just in general, whatever. And she told me one time, like, sometimes when I'm talking to you, I don't need you to tell me like I don't need you to give me a thing to do or like try to find the answer. I just want to talk to you about it. And so ever since then, I be trying to listen to people more, because I think in my mind I'm more like solution oriented, because I don't want you to feel like that. So what we gonna do about it? That's how I feel. So with her, I'll be like, well, maybe we can do this, or maybe we can do that. And I feel like that was overwhelming for her. Instead of just saying, or just instead of being a listening ear, like just somebody you can confide in. So I don't know. I'm trying to do that. Like half the time now, I feel like when people be telling me stuff, I don't even say shit for real. I just try to support them, because maybe they just don't really need my input like that.
Yeah. A lot of people might be like me, where you don't necessarily talk to a lot of people often, especially like face to face. So it's like when I get around people, sometimes I just want to kind of like get some shit off my chest. Just like, look, let me tell you about this. And I'm gonna run it off too. And it's like, I'm not necessarily looking for the input, but it's like the human interaction to be able to like sit face to face and talk to, people and actually, look at somebody and talk to them. So yeah, sometimes, and I told my mom that before. It's like, Mom, I'm not looking for you to solve my problems. I'm not looking for, advice from you. I just need somebody to talk to. I just need somebody to listen to me in this moment. So yeah. I think for the most part, from what I know about you, you definitely are the understanding friend. Like, again, you're like me. You gonna say your opinion. We gonna both say our opinions, how we feel, and like be real with each other. Which normally, when we saying something to each other, we already know the other one going. Like,
that's what's funny.
Knowing. So it's not like I say something and you catch me off guard for real. I be like, I already know what you're gonna say. Like,
I feel like when I tell you something, I'll be like, okay, don't say shit, but this is what happened.
And like, be like, well,
you already know. Yeah.
Look, we locked in. Look, I'm along for the ride. I'm like, the little motorcycle when people had a little attachment inside and the person just be sitting in it. That's me. I'm just sitting in it. I'm just sitting in a little attachment
with your goggles on.
Like I'm just here with you. Look, to make sure. Look,
is that your man? That's yeah. Okay, well, I like this one. Not putting all your eggs in one basket while we talking about who we are.
Yes. Because sometimes I don't know why we do this as women. When we meet a guy and the guy's like nice to us initially and off the bat, and we start like the dating process, we want to be like loyal to him. Like, it's like, oh, I just want to date him. I only want to talk to him. I only want to entertain him. I want to see if this is something real, something serious. And I feel like we really need to, like, if you're still single or whatever you got going on in your life, anybody, whoever, look, we don't judge. But it's like, we should really open our minds up to entertaining, while you're still dating, multiple people. Because it's like the first week or 2, 3 weeks, you meeting somebody, dating somebody, hanging out with somebody, you don't really know if this is serious. Some people don't even know if they really, like you or not. So I feel like it's kind of foolish, even like of me, when you're meeting somebody to date somebody, to be like, okay, I'm going to just put all my attention on this one person. because it's like, that might not work out. You know, things happen, you know, people go their separate ways, and it's like, now you got to start this whole process all over and do all these other things. And it's like, no, while you're still getting to know somebody, get to know a couple other people. That don't mean, you know, you got to sleep with everybody. Unless you want to sleep with everybody, sleep with them. Do what you do.
Sleep with them.
I'm just saying, I don't want nobody to look. We don't slut shame on here either. If you want to do whatever you want to do. Just do it safely and smartly. You know, protect yourself. But, you know, date multiple people. I just think that's like, and I'm trying to really get dating singularly out of my head, because I feel like I set myself up a lot of times because I just emotionally put all of this thing into one person when I really should be like just making little deposits here and there with multiple people until people, you know, show me.
They showed you.
Right. Show me like, okay, this is something like really serious. Like, I want to, you know, be with you or whatever the case may be. We have the conversation.
Yeah, I agree with that. I feel like when I was like first dating before I got into my relationship, I feel like, because I did that, I didn't really talk to anybody else for real. I had like I had like a window where I was like dating around, like going on little small dates and stuff here and there, but it never really was anything like super serious. You know, if anything, we just had like some good dinners and some good conversation or whatever. Like, it never like turned into nothing. But I do think you should keep your options open. Like, I do think you should keep your options open just to see what you like, or like, shit, see what's out there. Because 9 times out of 10, the niggas ain't just talking to you no way either. So like, you know, women, we be very like emotionally invested in somebody, like already married them in our head, and like thought about where we gonna stay and what the kids gonna look like. And it's only been 2 days. So I think before you do all of that to yourself, like, I think you should kind of like, I don't know, you know, like when you bowling and they had a little gate come up to keep for the kids, keep their
the bumpers.
Yeah, you need to put the bumpers up.
Put the bumpers up. Now that's the title of the episode. Put the bumpers up.
I think you need to put the bumpers up when you start doing that. Now, like, if I had to go back in the past, I would have done that. But it is what it is now. But I definitely put your bumpers up.
Yeah. I think it's better because it's just like for me anyway, I can't speak for everybody, but for me, it's like when I can kind of, what's that episode of Insecure when Issa Rae was like, a hotation.
Yeah.
He's like, you can get you a couple of, you know, and everybody got a different role. Everybody, you know, you might have somebody y'all just have a good time when y'all go out. You go out, y'all have a good time.
Yeah.
You might have somebody who like to go to all the sporting events. Hang out with them, go to the sporting events, enjoy that.
What that's talking about, yeah.
Exactly. Be open to different experiences and different things with different people. Because again, I feel like as women, we get in this whole mode, especially if you're a woman who desires to, you know, want to be married and have some of the traditional, I guess, aspects of, you know, life. So, speaking of people calling, let me send a text.
Okay. What I was about to say, I think too, I don't know if the men out there will agree with this, but sometimes men can be so disappointing. Like,
so.
lackluster, and especially in the beginning. And I think it's just because when you grow up as a woman, you have like preconceived notions about what you think dating is gonna be like. I know I did. I had a lot of like unspoken expectations that I just thought that's how it was.
I still
and it wasn't like that at all. But it could have just not been like that with that person. So if I had been talking to multiple people, somebody else, it might have been like that with them. So I don't know. I think that's another reason to keep your options open, because men disappoint you. They
More
do.
oftentimes than not. And you know what? People don't like to say that, but that's me being real. Like a lot of times, people disappoint you in general.
Yeah.
But you know, a lot of times when you're dating people, if you're a man dating women, women probably disappoint you. So
Of
as
course,
us,
yeah.
you know, women who are dating men, the men be disappointing the hell out of us because it's like a lot of times for me, stuff be very simple. And with a lot of men, they make it complicated because they want to just, and I don't know if this is me because I'm a type A person, so I'm also very assertive, but it'd be seeming like men just always want to do stuff their way. Like it's really like they be like my way or the highway ass shit.
Type shit.
And that's the stuff that really be getting under my skin because I just be like, no, like there is another way. Like that sound cool and that probably has worked for you up until this point. But I don't like that over here. Like Sally and Cindy and Kiki and Pootie or whoever might have loved all of that. That's fine. Yeah. But you dating me. You talking to me. So sometimes you got to be open and willing to listen to what I'm saying because I'm going to forever complain unless you listen. Like, I'm going to forever complain. Like, I'm not going to shut up.
Yeah. So, I mean, but you shouldn't if it's something that you want.
Exactly. So, and that's probably why I'm single because I'm not going to shut up. I'm not gonna like, and maybe that's like, maybe I'm crazy for that or whatever. But I was watching Sister, and you remember the episode where Tia was gonna get the internship with the WNBA, and her mama was like, "No, she going to college." She going to college, and everybody was like, why you being like that, Lisa? You know, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. Da, da, da. And Tia was like, Mom, you know, why you won't let me? And it was them, you know, in a private moment. And she was like, Tia, baby, if this is what you get now, you know, like, why would you settle for this when you can have the world? And that's how I look at my dating life. It's like, you know, why would I settle for some of the way how men want to treat me and date me when, you know, I want the world. Give me the world.
Give me the world. I mean, you're going to have to compromise on some stuff.
I mean, yes.
Because
yes,
you're not going to get everything like, you want out of one person. Like, that's never going to happen.
Stuff. I mean, like simple dating stuff, like being able to plan a date, take me out on an effective date, you know, like actually go on dates, not try to pull up on me at 9:00 at night. I'm talking about like simple shit, not saying like I can't compromise. But again, you know, I can't get niggas to do simple shit.
But even with that, simple. I feel like it almost takes you to like say that to people for them to do it. Because I feel like in the beginning, it's like the bare minimum right off the bat. Like, oh, let's chill or let's do this or like it's like much to do about nothing. Basically, that's how they be want to date until you say something, until you be like, hey, like, you know, you want to leave the fucking house. You know,
like how many times do you have to say that until they do it? Because my thing is like, how many times do I gotta say something before like you just pretty much telling me fuck you and you just
I don't know.
Not listening to what I'm like, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, now after I done told you a few times, now goddamn,
that's what I'm saying. If I say honestly, I feel like once should be enough, but I try to be understanding. So after 2 times and you still kind of doing whatever the fuck you want to do, I take it as like you want to do whatever the fuck you want to do. And then again, that's why I'm not gonna shut the fuck up, because it's just like I want to be treated the way I want to be treated, just like you as the man want to be treated how you want to be treated. But it can't just be all about how you want to be treated and then you treat me how you want to treat me depending on how you feel that day.
I think some people some men who be dating like that, I think they just need to go ahead and date niggas. Because I think I'm for real, because if you're gonna date women, you're gonna have to go somewhere. You gotta turn something in. You gonna have to buy stuff. You're gonna have to pay for dinner sometimes. Sometimes you're gonna have to get the drinks. Like
do the fun dates, the little rage rooms and the axe throwing like and all like, the little corny shit that you probably don't want to do.
Yeah, if you want to date girls, then you're gonna have to do stuff like that. Now, if you don't like to do that, then You know what I'm saying? It's lots of niggas out there you can talk to, but you probably want to date them because women like to go on dates.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like in the beginning, I didn't, just in dating in general, like when I was younger, I don't know, my self-confidence wasn't there. So I didn't always speak up for myself. So I might have been disappointed. I might not have even said anything. Or I don't know.
I know for a long time I haven't said anything. I know there's probably some dudes who watch this or might hear this and be like, man, she ain't made me do shit. And you
Exactly.
right. Because at that point I was down and out. I did not, love myself. I didn't value myself enough. But guess what? What Fat Joe say? Yesterday's price is not today's price. So what happened then is not today. And today I want to go out on dates. Today I want to do things. Today I want to go to the damn pumpkin patch. I want to go, smile in the sunflowers and whatnot with the leaves and the corn. I want to do the cute shit.
With the leaves and the corn.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I want to do that stuff. But it's like all these niggas always want to be like, be patient. But it's like, how patient do I gotta be? Because when you approached me, you said you wanted to date me. Dating is not sitting in the house and you pulling up on me at 9 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock at night.
But be patient for what though? Because I feel like I don't have nothing to go off of like that you even gonna do it. So be patient for what?
Exactly.
Not when me and my homegirls can go out and do the same thing together.
Right. I can go by my damn self.
Yeah, like me and my friends, we gonna go to the restaurants and get what we want to get and drink what we want to drink and eat what we want to eat. We can go together and get fine together. So that's why I'm like, I don't know, like maybe I need to talk to men or something. It's giving me Dwight Howard.
Did you see that shit that just came out about him?
Yeah, me and Thomas was just talking about that earlier. You get your tests and things done, people.
Be who you are for your.
I hate you. Yeah. You might want to talk to them instead, because I don't know who's gonna. You remember when Tamar said, "How am I supposed to know if you like me if you don't
buy me anything?
Don't buy me anything."
Yeah. How do I know?
How do I know?
I've been trying to find that clip and I cannot find it for the life of me. I've been trying to because I really want to post it because it's true. It's truly my spirit animal. It's my mantra, my affirmation.
That's why.
How do I know?
How do I know? Before, you know how they always like when you're a young girl or whatever, you are like raised to do things for men. You know, you have to learn how to cook and you need to clean or you need to be cute or, young men, men don't like girls who do this and they don't like girls who do that. What do they be teaching men that women don't like? It's like so one-sided because I feel like, just like we be knowing or trying to do certain stuff, I feel like what they be doing.
And I don't ever even get the opportunity to do the stuff that I want to do for niggas because it's like they won't never get right so I can fall in line. That's why I keep trying to I'm like, y'all don't understand the way this shit really supposed to set up. And I can tell that y'all don't be listening. Y'all don't really pay attention. Y'all say y'all believe in Jesus and y'all read the Bible, but I don't think y'all read that Bible either because a lot of the stuff is in there and it talk about how this stuff's supposed to be set up. You as the man, if you're going to be the leader, you're supposed to lead, which means you're supposed to turn something in. That's what leading means. That means you're supposed to show something, turn something in. When you as the leader and the man, the provider, the protector of my household, you lead and you turn that something in, hear me. I will, as the wife, submit. The partner submits and follow you as the leader. But see, y'all be trying to, I don't even know what y'all be doing, to be honest, because it ain't leading. I don't know if y'all be trying to follow us, hold my coattail, and ride the wave. I don't know what. I just don't know, but it ain't leading. And that's why I won't shut the hell up because I want a leader. I want my man to be a leader, not no follower. So, a leader of men, as they say. That's what I'm looking for. Speaking of men, do we do stuff for the male gaze? Sometimes, but normally no.
Definitely when we was younger. Like,
sometimes still.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I might put on an outfit and be like, this, I know a nigga gonna say something to me in this.
Yeah. When you wear certain stuff, you know. That's why I don't understand. Like when people be like, I don't know why people are so. What are they looking at? Like, bitch, come on now. You know what
I
they're
can see
looking
your
at.
nipples.
Yeah, like you
That's
know what
what
they're
they're looking
looking
at.
at. Like, so yeah, you know when you put on certain stuff, it's gonna get you some attention.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not to say that this means that anybody deserves to be attacked or anything like that, because I know how y'all like to twist
No,
stuff
yeah.
up.
Yeah, no, that don't ever do that. But
what I'm saying is, us as women, when we put that shit on, we be knowing that we put that shit on, and we be knowing somebody probably gonna say something to us and tell us that we look good.
right. Now I can't say makeup, hair, nails. I can't say that I necessarily do that for men. Cause
Nah.
I
These are
I don't
just me. I can't imagine life without it.
yeah, because they really don't give a damn for real. I mean, I think they like it, but they would like you without it.
Yeah.
Do
Most
you
of the
know what I'm
videos and clips
saying?
I be seeing of men, they be like, "Oh, I love it when she got the bonnet and the moo the bonnet and the moo, the big T-shirt, and nothing else." I love it. So even Drake, hair tied, no makeup, all that,
Yeah,
whatever he said, chilling with no makeup on, so
yeah.
they really could care less. But I like the nails. The nails are just like, it's like when I talk, you get my point better. When I do
Mhm.
this with the nails,
I
it's
just
just
like
you
to be
understand
able
what
to
I'm saying.
type and everything makes noise.
And it's just like a little statement. I feel like you can tell a lot about like how a woman get her nails done. And I feel
Hmm.
like, when you see my nails, it's like, oh, she cares, she's creative. She likes, it's like it's a little story with the nails. So
It's a
but yeah,
story.
I do that. I do it for me. I will always get my I think getting my hair done, I'll get my nails done. Like it's just my thing.
You would rather get your nails than your hair. Yeah,
Yeah,
because
because
I can
I'll give
figure
myself
out.
a little silk
Yeah,
silk press.
I can figure out my hair. I can always slick it back in a bun or wear a puff or something. That ain't nothing.
Exactly.
But I got to get my nails done.
Got to.
I will get my nails done. Now makeup, I love makeup. Okay.
I do. I
And
do.
I don't know how
But
to
I
do a
don't know. I
regular
be
face.
feeling like Alicia Keys
All right.
sometimes. I just okay. Oh, yeah.
I'm so annoyed about that, but whatever.
Hey, it's annoying like these niggas. Let's see. Back to doing stuff for the male gaze. I definitely pretended to like sports for like my middle school years. I got really into the NBA. That's when I was a big fan of Dwight Howard. LOL. When he was playing for the Magic. I was like in love with him. I really was like, he's the best thing.
Oh,
I saw him do that Superman dunk at the NBA All Stars, and I was just like, yeah, he's that nigga. And I was like, I like
oh
that.
wow.
Anyways,
I don't know if I ever pretended to like sports because I genuinely just don't give a damn about that.
I like the event itself. Like I love to go to the games, but like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't have the desire to sit up and watch them on TV. Like, but if I can go to the games, I like going to the games.
I would go to the games, but even that, too much of that, I'd probably be like Beyonce when she was sitting there rocking back and forth. I'd be going to sleep, child.
Try not to go to sleep.
Yeah, like it
Basketball is pretty entertaining. Football is the one that gets me. I feel like basketball is kind of entertaining because it like picks it up. Somebody to dunk, they run a little bit. Like it's kind of like more fast paced. Football to me is just like literally they run, they hit each other, and then I have to like really pay attention because you got to try to see somebody actually running the ball or not. Because then they get lost in the middle. It be too much going on in football.
Yeah, I'd probably be more interested in baseball because the niggas be fine.
And they be having some booties on them.
Yes, they do.
That must be jelly because jam don't shake like that. Woo!
Yeah.
If y'all want to see some booty,
Cake.
I'm talking about like
Cake.
sit up. I'm talking about turkey.
I'm just saying. What's it
Baseball.
called? MLB.
Or even the minor or the majors, all of them.
All of
They
them.
all the booties be sitting up
They
real
build.
tight, real right.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to them. Shout out to all the. If you're a baseball player, Holla at me. I don't know anything about baseball, but I'd go to the game. So shout out to y'all.
What's it called? A glizzy?
A hot dog.
A glizzy?
A hot dog. I'm from Alabama. Okay. A hot dog. Y'all got hot dogs? Oh, the hell is a glizzy? I am not from New York. I'm working out. Okay, so working out is a double-edged sword for me. Because this summer, y'all know I was heavy in my workout bag. I'm trying to find my way back there, y'all.
You gonna do it.
God gonna lay his hands on me, and I'm gonna be able to dig deep into my pits of the soul and just find the energy to be able to go and do my little, 3 miles. We gonna try to get there. But I will say I'm not gonna lie. I did like the attention I got when men did know, like, oh, she was you going to the gym? Okay, I see you working out. Okay, yeah. I see that body. Like, I do like, I ain't gonna lie, like, I'm not one of these women who's like, I don't want men to look at me and I don't care about men. Nah, I like when a man tell me I look good, especially a fine one. Now, if you're not fine, and I think that's the funny part, it's like the fine line between like compliment and harassment, because like, when you fine, I'm like, oh yeah, that's okay. But it's like when you're not fine, it's like, you get away from me. Like, what Nikki say? Keep a bum, a wet wipe in case a bum try to touch me. Ew. That's how I be feeling. Like,
yeah. You know what? All the time, me and Thomas be like, or he'll be like, oh, like, who tried to talk to you today or whatever? I'm like, ew, nobody. But I think because in women mind, none of that counts. Like, them dusty, crusty, musty looking niggas.
Right.
That ain't gonna ever fly in my book. Ugh. I don't count none of that. I don't count none of that. Because honestly, at that time or like in the gas station or something, I'm not trying to hear nothing unless you came over there to swipe your card and pay for the gas.
Right, because how dare you come and talk to me while I'm spending my money talking about trying to take me somewhere and do something.
Yeah, so no, keep it.
You could at least be like, little mama, don't let me pump that gas. Do some type of gesture to get my attention instead of over here popping your gums while I'm standing here pumping this gas.
Right.
Ugh.
Bye.
Be useful.
Yeah.
So I like the male gaze sometimes, but most of the time, like 80% of the time, I don't like it because again, it's the ugly ass niggas. But
everybody that 20% like some appreciation though. I feel like everybody, you like a compliment every now and then, like, oh, okay, I look good today. But I don't know, it don't count from everybody. That's all. Like from the whites, it don't be counting from me.
Well, I don't know. It's a couple. Every now and then I do see a white man that kind of just a little bit. I'd be like,
now are you in Nashville? I can see that.
Like, there's this dude who worked for the Loomis, and y'all know that's the army truck, the money truck people. He about 6 feet, and I'm talking about stop.
But the Brinks truck man be fine anyway.
And he tatted on both arms. And then he got the little haircut, you could tell he put the little gel to spike the little front up, but it's not super spiked. And then he got the little salt and pepper goatee bit. Woo! And then he got a little tan to him. Oh my goodness.
Okay, it's giving me Aquaman.
And when every day he come in there, me and the lady at the desk be like, like, I just be like, and they, they can't talk to nobody. So I just be staring because, they be like on a mission. They got to get in and out with the money, in and out. And I just be wanting to be like, hey.
What Charlamagne said?
Hey. One day I need to.
We used to look forward to the Brinks dudes coming and doing the drop for the money. Okay.
I don't know if fine is one of the, but nah, because it's always one fine one and then this one little stubby one, and I'd be like, now how did you even make it on the task force?
I need to talk to the recruitment manager.
Cause it's like, why y'all don't never put two fine ones together? It's always one fine one and one stumpy one.
They probably got to spread it out. you know.
Well, I need y'all to. It's some other fine niggas who need jobs out here. It's a bunch of them.
This is
Okay,
true.
go apply to Brinks and Loomis. They need some people to help them out, and then they can help you out because you need a job with insurance, so you can take care of all them kids y'all got. Anyways, moving on.
Yeah.
Okay, as the year comes to a close, what are things that we're looking forward to? Have we accomplished everything we set out to do? What changes are we hoping to implement before 2024? Whew. Can we just take a moment to pause on how fucking fast this year has went by? Like, every time I think about that, it's been a year. I think we were talking about this at the bar. I do remember that conversation. I do remember that one, so I wasn't that drunk. But no, for real, I do remember that one. But the year, like, every time I think about it, it's been almost a year since I moved up here. I'm like, damn, where did the time go? Like,
I literally still remember when you were going through the application process. So
like this time last year.
So that's
wow.
Everything just goes by so quickly. Yeah.
It's everything. Crazy.
I don't know. Let me see. What things are we looking forward to? Hopefully, I'm looking forward to being moved the fuck out.
Hey, do me like the Lord. Hey, ain't nobody. Hey, do me like the Lord.
Okay, I'm looking forward to that. I don't know. I need to figure out some more ways to make more money now that I'm gonna have to be spending more money.
You and me both. I'm like, being the advisor is cool and all, and I like giving my time, but I also need some more money. Y'all know I got.
Y'all gonna have to cut that check.
Well, they might not be able to cut the check, but it's like I might have to, maybe I need to become an entrepreneur and give me a couple of clients on the side and do some marketing stuff, because it's just like a couple extra doll hairs wouldn't hurt nobody. So,
always.
I need to try to figure out how I can generate some more funds too.
Oh yeah, I started back watching.
My mama talking about going back to school. I'm like, girl, don't nobody want to go back to school. I was like, is you gonna write the papers? No, she telling me I need to go back to school. I'm like, Ma, I do not want to go back to school. No. I'm like, you gonna write the papers? She said, I write your papers. I do that. She was like, because you don't need to give nobody nothing to say. I'm like, we trying to get out of this mindset. Like, if they don't want me based upon my qualifications and what I present, then maybe that ain't the place for me, wherever it is,
But nowadays, it don't even matter. They want to see, especially with what we do, they want to see like what you've done. They want to see they want to see tangible things you did. They really don't even care about the degree and stuff. That's why I told, like, my mom, she got her PhD a few years ago, maybe like 4 years ago now. And she always is talking about me going back to school. No.
And who gonna pay for it? Because that's y'all always want us to go to school, and then it be this money on top of more money. And then my mama talking about it ain't even that hard. Okay, for you it wasn't that hard. Okay, but I barely made it through undergrad. I was holding on by a thread.
Truth be told, they do say that your grad degrees are easier because it's more focused. But I don't know. That ain't something I'm trying to do.
Unless it's fully paid for, and when I mean fully, I'm talking about
the whole thing.
I don't want no partial, no piece, no. I want everything, books included. I don't want to have to pay for nothing.
Yeah,
because that is a debt that I do not want to incur. I didn't want the first one.
All right, I'm already paying off loans, so
well, Sally ain't gonna never hear from me. That's why I'm trying to get married so I can change my name. I'm running from Sally.
I mean, I guess that'll be my only hope.
I'm running from Sally because
only hope.
She will not be seeing or hearing from me. I hate to say it. The only debt I plan on paying off is the credit card and some of that stuff. But the Sally, you ain't gonna hear from me, girl, unless I become a millionaire.
And even then, I don't know if I say nothing to her if she don't say nothing to me
I
first.
do it if I was a millionaire. Like if I had a few meal, like maybe like 10, 15, I'll go ahead and break her off her piece. Cause it ain't that it's not that much when I got that much. But if I'm just making 6 figures,
I'm trying to my company knocking stuff over.
I was like, girl, did somebody bust it? I'm about to be like, wait a minute.
No, they knock stuff over. I'm trying to see what are some common challenges people face when trying to rediscover themselves and redefine their identity.
Not building an identity based upon what I see on social media.
Oh,
social media is a hell of a thing.
Woo. Yeah.
I don't know. For me, I definitely find myself trying to like, and maybe this is just something subconsciously, it's like build myself. So it's, and I hate to say this, but this is we real, we raw on the podcast. This is the rich portion, but this is also raw. It's like I find myself being like, oh, I like this person's personality. Oh, I want to add this to my personality. Oh, I like the way this person dressed. Let me follow how they dress. And then it's like I try to put all that in and add that on me. And sometimes it gets a little like, I don't want to say obsessive, but it gets kind of like, I don't know. And then it's like sometimes I forget who I am at the core, if that makes sense, because I get so caught up in trying to stay with the trends and stay with what I see on social media and what everybody's doing or what, they selling at the TikTok shop and the Amazon recommends and the, get ready with me's. And it's just like, sometimes it's like, I just want to find some shit out on my own, discover it and see if I like it. And I don't know if that makes sense.
No, it does. I find myself like doing that too, especially because like we watch Kyra and Aaliyah and like all the girls, and they live very like I don't want to just say luxurious lives, but like I just aspire to have my
inspirational lives.
Yes, like just the way their homes and stuff are set up, how they can like go shopping when they want to and like go on trips and they don't necessarily depend on anybody. Like I aspire to be like that, and I feel like it's so overwhelming sometimes. And they're younger than us. Well, they probably your age,
right?
But they're
my age.
So I always feel like, oh my god, like.
I think we're the exact same age, like me and Aaliyah. I think Kyra might be older than me a little bit. I think she might be like 27.
I think the friend Tasha, I know she just turned 30. But no, like just seeing how they really like get into it, that inspires me. But it does make you feel super behind or like, oh, I want the little bags and all the things. That's why all the girls be going on DHgate.
And I need to place me an order so I can see what is hidden on. I be wanting the instant gratification of getting my shit in 2 days from Amazon. And I know DHgate be taking like a month.
It's got to come from over there.
She get my shit from over there in 4-5 days.
I think it's pirating though. I don't know how.
Well, they gotta go steal it. They gotta go steal it from the factory.
I don't know how
they gotta go meet somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that meets somebody that knows somebody.
All of that.
They gotta get on the hotline. I need about 3 Louis Vuittons, Neverfull MMs. I need a Chanel. I need a Gucci.
However they doing it, keep doing it.
I don't know what this accent is.
It was giving me Osama. But yeah, I don't know how they're doing it, but keep doing it. Because I'm gonna keep ordering things. But yeah, it does make you feel like, even with me posting my little weekly recaps and stuff, like just seeing how other people edit or just seeing how other people put their videos together, I'd be like, oh, I need to start doing stuff like that. But I should have my own like style also. So even that's
Right.
hard to do because it's like with the algorithm, and you know this just from work. Like most of the stuff you see on social media is a direct copy of what other people are doing. Like if it's a
Because I
trend,
sure be using them templates on
yeah.
CapCut
Oh, I use them all
on
the
my
time.
job.
Like, and sometimes we use the same verbiage, like verbatim. If it fits our content, the only thing we do is change out the background photo or whatever. But that's what'll
Right.
get views, like all the same stuff. So it's kind of hard to be an individual in that world. Cause a lot
Right.
of times that shit don't be getting no views. Even if you use the trending songs and the hashtags and
Hashtags. I was about to say,
you
I
know,
missed when
yeah.
hashtags meant something. Because hashtags don't do shit now for
They
real.
don't mean nothing. You might as well not even use it at all for real. And I think at work, man, I'm with Kia. I use them because they brand new, and I was just trying everything I could to help. But with Tide, it don't matter if we use all the hashtags or none. If the video gonna do well, it's gonna do well. If it's not, it's not.
Right.
So
Yeah. I still be using hashtags, but I don't know. I might stop. I don't know. It's so weird because it's like sometimes the hashtags work. You get you some views, but then it'd be
yeah,
like, is it the hashtag or is it the sound? You got to see like which one is it.
a lot
So
of
I don't
times
know.
now
It's
it's the sound. It's
right.
the sound, yeah. Or if
So
it's a
it's a trick of
specific
a
kind of
trade for real.
topic, then I think it's the topic. Like if you talk about like how we talked about Jada and all of them, that might have got more traffic than when we talked about the Keep It Positive Sweetie, that podcast, because more people talking about her.
Right.
So
Speaking of that, did you hear that they were gonna come out with a joint book?
her and Will,
Uh-huh.
how much more of that can we take?
I want to know, like, he
At
wrote a
this
book,
point, they should just go on and drop the sex tape because I feel like we just in the bed with them.
but it's like, what else do you have to tell me? What
Yeah,
else?
like what
Like,
else do we
he
need to
wrote a
know?
book. So is this? Why should it be a self-help book, like a couple's guide to, like what Jada said, like the Smith's guide to life partnership,
Yeah,
the
and
true definition of marriage.
nobody wants to know that.
Sent you that clip of the SNL, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And that's really how she had,
that's how she
what she
is.
said at the end. He was like, "We'll see you later, Jada." She said, "Call me Mrs. Shakur." Oh my goodness. Like that skit was, I know she probably hated it, but that skit
Spot
was
on.
spot on.
Spot on.
Spot
When that clip
on.
of her at the book signing, I don't know if that was yesterday or day before yesterday or whatever
Oh
in
yeah, I saw
Atlanta.
that Yandy hosted that, I think too, or Yandy was a
Okay,
part of that, and I was like, oh, this looked like some Love and Hip Hop ass bullshit.
it does
Shit
just by the
set up.
outfits that everybody had on too.
Mm.
But even in that like little setting when she explained that Will wanted to do the red table talk and then he regretted it, and then she was like, oh, I'm gonna have to be the adulterous wife.
Trish wife.
Like I don't even know why even put it out then, because I don't feel like that helped anybody.
I guess because it's her truth. She wants people to know it's the truth. Like, we wasn't together. I'm not an adulterer. I was, I'm not this villain. Maybe because we keep, kind of saying she getting on our fucking nerves. She trying to tell us like, no, this is what the truth is. I'm not the villain. I'm the victim.
It sounds like August Alsina, if it felt like to her, he had like outed her, and I don't think she liked the fact that he said something about it. And so she would have rather, like, I guess, to control the narrative, like she wanted to say something. That's what I got from it. Like, she wanted to be the one to say what she did instead of the world taking his word for it. But still, I feel like you still didn't have to put that out.
I do like how we were right though. We all said Will did not want to be sitting his ass right there.
He don't like bad press. He does not.
And why, as a man, I'm not a man, so I don't know. But I'm just saying, in my head, if I was a very like proud man, I don't think I would want to sit on a platform with my wife, who I have this very complicated situation with, and divulge the fact that my wife, whether we, call each other husband and wife or whatever, my wife legally, my life partner, whatever, then slept with somebody else for the world to talk about.
Well, not only that, they still was pretending to be married. So, like, not only you really like, it's kind of layered because you now exposing that, okay, well, surprise, we not really together anymore, even though we still legally married. But also, we be fucking other people. So that was a lot to unpack, I guess. But also, like I said, he don't really fuck with bad press. Like, he never really has had any bad press until recently. And all that shit,
the red table,
on purpose. Like, he's a little crazy. So
who knew a red table would fucking do all this?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like she can't really tell her truth without exposing them.
What made August Alsina say this shit? He ain't said nothing since he said that shit. He ain't said nothing about it. And I want to know, why did you do that? I feel like, you know what? Maybe he was hurt. He was really hurt. He thought he was gonna be able to hold on to that piece of cooch.
But hadn't that like been a while since they was together?
Who knows? Maybe she slipped back. Maybe she slipped back and she sent him that text about like, no, I can't do this no more. I'm done. I can't. Me and Will trying to figure it out.
Emotional ass nigga though. Like,
that's what I'm saying. So maybe she, sometimes you go double, but we all got that. Well, I don't know if you know, but we all got that old faithful, that person, somebody that we may not, whatever. But it's like, we know it's loyal and we know like we got a connection or whatever. And then it's like, they might not be the most emotionally stable person, but that's partially why we go,
like he got a whole lot out of that situation, and she did not. Like, she was just trying to.
Well, she's like 30 years older than that nigga too,
and she just got out of a whole damn 20-something year marriage. Like, she just trying to see what that thing was talking about, and he
has mommy issues. That's a real thing. Like, that shit that was on Empire, like how Hakeem was dating them older women, had that thing with older women. That's a real thing with a lot of men who have mommy issues, who like mother was not there to support them in the way that they might feel like they should. They be with these older women, and they be kind of like,
how when women date older guys.
Yeah, stop. Look, and that's I'm the pot.
I mean, I'm saying it's the same. That the daddy issue thing, it's like the same thing, just reverse. Yeah, I don't know. He really like set they whole. I wanted to do. He sit back like and see all of this. He probably be at home like, yeah, I did that,
bitch.
I did that.
She thought she was gonna get rid of me. She was gonna leave me in the dust. Got something for her. Her life will never be the same, bud.
What did what you call it say? You kicked me out of our house. You tried to take away my money. Stop blowing those bubbles. Yeah, I bet he think about that shit every day. I'm gonna let you sit here for a few days
and think about what you've done. He cried at the table.
Man, I wonder what that conversation was like after he did that interview. Like, after it came out, what that conversation was like. Because I know she called him and went the fuck off.
He probably ain't answer the phone.
That is so sassy.
She probably left a voicemail like Kurt Franklin did on his son. Okay,
probably.
Let me tell your motherfucking ass something.
Yeah.
Don't you ever in your motherfucking life.
That. Yeah, it's giving that.
Cause why why would you like? It was so rare, and then he did it with Angela Yee messy ass. That's really what made it worse.
And you know what's ironic about all this? We still ain't heard nothing from like none of Will hoes.
Because they signed the NDA. They signed the NDA. Jada didn't make that nigga sign no NDA.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like, you know, she could have learned something from him. Because they always say that he used to hair. They always say he had a thing with Margot Robbie when they did that I forgot what that movie was called, like Focus or
when it was the scammers.
Yeah, they always say that they had like a thing going on because they remember they used to catch them going out to dinner and shit.
And they had them weird ass pictures that came out where she was like had her shirt up or something.
Yes,
and he was like standing by her. It was like but it was giving. You know, we was having
yeah.
Mm-hmm. So he makes his whole sign NDAs, and Jada got caught. I don't know how she got. I don't know how, and I still want to know how did y'all get there. I would love to like. How did y'all get there? How did this conversation initiate? Like, were y'all just up sitting up one night, you know, smoking weed? So I know he had the weed. He had the weed addiction, you know, that he talked about on Red Table. He did. I'm like, was y'all sitting up and y'all was just, it was one lonely night and you was in your real house since you don't actually live at the ranch because you said you don't like the ranch and you didn't want to be there. So you actually got somewhere else where you be staying. So was y'all at your place? Like, and then y'all just like leaned like.
She probably saw that leaked photo.
Or heard that story. Cause you remember that story that was on Lip Service where he like broke that girl's cervix? Oh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of breaking services, y'all, like this might be TMI. My cervix is not broken; it's intact. But you know, sometimes after it's been a while and you like experience a nice, healthy old, you know, a good old healthy thing, you just be grateful. You be so grateful. You be grateful. And then you know it was good when you get that text and you be like that text a couple days later, they be like, this shit was good. And you be like, I know. Damn. I probably would have did it too. Look, August Alsina, I know we talking about you, but hey, I'd still do it. I'd do it. And I wouldn't say shit. I'd sign the NDA.
I mean, the photo was very convincing.
And I listened to that music. Ain't nobody but you kissing on my tattoos. I'm just saying. And I watched him on that show, the little celebrity show with Tamar and them. I watched him on there.
Oh, I did. Yeah.
Yeah, I watched that. Mm-hmm. The only thing I didn't like was how he always was in the bathroom. Because I think he had a hemorrhoid or something. And y'all know how I feel about niggas with hemorrhoids.
Albany, get the hell out of this.
We done been here before, have we not? So y'all know how I feel. I'm not gonna get deep into it. But I still be dealing with him sometimes. But I don't like when niggas have hemorrhoids. Because how much shitting, what are you going through to the point where your booty hole has a hemorrhoid?
Please.
I'm just sorry. That's my ick. I'm sorry. That's one of them things for me with men that I just don't tell me if you got one. Okay, please just be like, you know, right now I'm not feeling the best. Okay, but do not tell me you got no goddamn hemorrhoid. I don't want to know about it.
Kind of friend you can confide in, and now you not.
Yes, I said friend. If you my man, just like a lot of men don't be wanting to know that women go number 2 and that we, you know, fart and all this other stuff. Just like in Club Shay Shay, what's that nigga name? Shannon Sharp. Mm-hmm. Talking about he don't want to be with your grown ass. What the? That's why he's single. I saw a lot of people say that, and I'm like, for real, because if you my man and we've been together, I might have to let a little poo out. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna sit on the toilet and take a number 2 and talk to you like while I'm on the toilet. But if we like sitting and my stomach hurt, and I might have to be like, baby, I gotta Now I ain't gonna do it in front of you. I'm gonna try to get up and leave, but sometimes you might be like in a car or something, and you gotta just let the window down. That's why I mean, be
like, when you're around somebody all the time, how can you get away from that? Like, y'all so in proximity to each other, like.
Hey, during sex, you might accidentally poo. You know that it's be too much going on. A little, I definitely pooed it during sex.
If it's a stank one, I would be completely done.
No, it never. But I definitely like, because it's so much going on, and you just like exerting so much, especially if you like climaxing and you pushing all this out. You be like, it'd be a little, you know.
And on that note. Thank you guys so much for watching.
That never happened, man. We ain't gonna do that. We keeping it real on here.
It was
keeping it real.
Okay.
It be like a little. I done told that story on here where I had a real one, and y'all remember I told it, if you go back some episodes where I did a real. It was a real. It didn't stink, but it was a real like. And you know, and the dude was like,
y'all. Get your chlorophyll.
He was like, do it. He was like, do that again. I think he thought my coochie did that.
I was about to say, you know, he probably thought something else was given.
That's what I'm like. Sometimes it be too much, especially if you be dealing with free.
A lot of air back there.
That's what I'm saying. They be putting their thumb all like it be a lot going on sometimes. So sometimes it be a little air. But I ain't never like just like I ain't never like boo-booed or nothing on nobody, or like just straight up, you know, none of that. Nah. Just put it and been like, "Ooh, you funky." No. I'm a lady. I'm a lady. Yeah, it just be a little like it just be just a little air, just a little air.
I get that.
Little air. You know, sometimes you gotta breathe. But yeah, on that note.
Yeah, on that note, make sure you guys. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. We're almost 100 subscribers on YouTube, so like you know, get with the program. You can follow us. Everything's down below, but also it's linked in our description box wherever you can find us. You can follow me on TikTok at @TheRealJessica_Monique. You can follow me on Instagram at _TheRealJessicaMonique.
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram at @TheRealAbneyAyana and on Twitter at @_AbneyAyana_. And then I can't remember what my TikTok is. It be in the link tree, I think. Did you put mine in there too?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, I can't remember. Okay. If not, we'll make sure it's in there. But yeah, all that stuff, follow me. I be posting when I feel like it. We appreciate y'all. I gotta get back in the groove of things. Yeah, both of us. Because I need to figure out a real routine and schedule. But please share, like, you know, we appreciate the comments that we're getting on all the videos. But just watch our YouTube, share them, like them, listen to them on the DSP, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all that stuff. We appreciate y'all, and you know,
we'll see you next time. Bye.
No. I touched that 5 for you. I do that 3-4 times again. I testify for you. I'm so that like you, that bitch. I do it all and I'm around you.